I do this, I'm going to unplug my phone from the charger. Okay, done. All right. So tonight's video is a late one, and I'm actually really sleepy. But before I go to bed, I want to share this really quick tip with you, because this has been kind of like a trial and error, but um, it's a very interesting thing that I found that I actually do with my eyes to be able to slip into a really deep state of consciousness or an altered state of awareness or consciousness really fast. Almost as fast as like just snapping my fingers and fall asleep really fast. And the way that I actually discovered this, and by the way, this has started to work for me every single time. When I first discovered this, I was like a bit skeptical and I was kind of trying it out. And, um, uh, as with a lot of things, when I experiment with different states of consciousness, I kind of just like, I find out as it happens. And I don't like kind of go out of my way to make an altered state happen because it doesn't really, your states of consciousness doesn't really work like that. Your states of consciousness, um, it tends to change. You tend to be able to perceive things that are outside of your normal awareness when you're in a really deep and relaxed state. So what I've discovered is that um, every time when I'm just about to fall asleep, and it started happening every single time as I fall asleep. And there's a very, very small window where your brain is still quite awake, but your brain waves are starting to slow down, and your body is like getting to this really deep, relaxed, like state. And what happens is that, obviously you have your eyes closed because you're trying to fall asleep. And what happens is that your focus of your eyes are, they're no longer um it's no longer like clear focus. I don't really know how to put this into words, but like your eyeballs are no longer trying to focus on looking at anything. And for that reason, your eyeballs are relaxed. Now, when your eyeballs are relaxed, you go into peripheral vision, which means like um you're able to like kind of see and capture like the things that are around you. And you're able, like if you have your eyes open and you're trying to do peripheral vision, you'd be able to see double, like, two, you'd be able to see like two overlapping images. Um, and so, this happens to us, sometimes on a daily basis when we're either like really tired or maybe we're like thinking about something and we're not really like focused on looking at an object or at a direction or looking at something or reading the screen, for example, and we're just thinking about something. Sometimes we go into our peripheral vision without even knowing it, and this is what happens right before you fall asleep. Now, what I've noticed is there's a very, very small time slash window that happens just before I slip into sleep that I notice that my eyes relax, and then my mind goes into an altered state of awareness. My brain slows down, my brain waves slow down. I'm able to focus on how I feel in words. And then I know in that moment, as soon as I make that switch, as soon as my eyeballs relax and my eyes go into peripheral vision, I know I'm going to fall asleep in the next 30 seconds. And this is so tried and tested that every single time when this happens, I get so excited because I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep soon. It's happening. It's happening in the next 30 seconds. And it's so funny because now it's so predictable that I can I can always know that I'll be able to fall asleep like almost immediately. And then I'll hype myself up. But because my body's already in a very relaxed state, it actually doesn't like the excitement doesn't really get to me. Um, but the acknowledgement is always there. Like I always know when my body relaxes, I'm able to turn inwards, my eyes shift into peripheral vision, and then I'm able to like fall asleep very quickly. And within that window is very interesting because um that is when most insights come to you. That is when you realize most about what you've been thinking, how you've been feeling, what you've been thinking to yourself. And um, a lot of occurrences, a lot of things occur to you during that gap. You're able to hear your internal thoughts a lot clearer, which is amazing. And I find that this also happens when you slip into a really deep state of meditation as well. Um, what's amazing is that this is totally replicable. Like, you could do this on command if you wanted to. You'd be able to just snap into an altered state of consciousness, into a really deep, relaxed state in your meditation, or you could even command your body to fall asleep. Of course, this may take some practice, but the way to do that is to get into your peripheral vision. Now, if you don't know how to do that, um, try practicing with putting an object or putting your hand like just maybe like just in front of you. So keep your hand at an arm's length and allow yourself to look at it. Like really focus on your hand, right? That is not too far away. So you look at your hand, and then when you focus on it, you're able to see one hand, right? But, and then allow your eyeballs to relax to a point where you actually see double. You see two of them because your eyeballs are no longer fixated on, no longer trying to focus on the object. So if you look at my eyes really closely, I'm going to demonstrate to you right now what this looks like and what I'm talking about. When my eyes are focused, I look like this. I'm looking at the camera or I'm looking at the dot on the phone. Now, when I'm using my peripheral vision, this is what it looks like. Okay? Peripheral vision. Now I see like two dots in front of me and then focused. Peripheral, focused. Peripheral, focused. Sorry. I don't know if you'd be able to see that. Um, but you may have to just replay that part if you're not able to see it very well, because I feel like a crazy person doing it. But um, yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that this has been very, very, very effective for me if I want to go into a deep state really fast. Um, there's nothing really particularly like mentally that you need to focus on. There are no thoughts you need to focus on. It's just a matter of bringing your body into a relaxed state. And it's so interesting how our eyes, our physiology, can actually signal to the brain. You know, there are different types of methods like breathing, like breath work is one of them. Yoga can, the savasana pose can help you bring your heart rate down. Um, and it's very interesting how we can use different mechanisms in our body to signal to the brain, hey, it's time to go to rest. Hey, it's time to relax. And there's nothing you need to focus on right now. There's nothing you need to do. There's no problems you need to solve. And it's like, it really allows um, the brain to understand. Like, that's kind of how our bodies communicate with the brain. It allows us to understand, oh, okay, I don't need, there's nothing that requires my attention right now. And, you allow your eyes to relax first, and then the rest of your body will follow. This has been really helpful for me. Please let me know if you guys decided to give this a try, if this has been helpful for you. Um, I'm going to go to sleep soon, so it's, yeah, I'm going to slip into that state very soon. And while I'm excited about it, it's not going to stop me from resting. So that's great. So yeah, anyway, let me know if that was helpful, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.